Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mass TV. Having our interview segment here, and we are in beautiful Windhoek, and I'm joined by superstar, a champion, Herald Gossip.
Very
Herald,
nice.
how are you doing?
I'm very nice to meet you.
100%.
I'm good, man.
So, the first thing, I've got a set of questions, of course. You are a Namibian football player, and you've been playing for African Stars in the last 2 seasons. And the first question, which is just a personal question of mine, because I used to play football myself. You play with the number 23. Was there any reason why you selected that number, or was it just given to you?
I know the number comes off like I chose the jersey number 23 because of I signed age 23 in 2023, and then my father passed on age 23. So I just decided to wear jersey number 23 just to remember him, just to honor him and everything.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into it. So looking back at what was a main part of, you were a main part of a back-to-back African Stars winning team. How was it during your time with Stars, just in general? What was your general thoughts of winning 2 titles?
When we talk about African Stars, obviously the first thing that comes into mind to everyone is like it's a team where you can win a lot of titles. You play with the best in Namibia. So I'm just grateful that the president and chairman gave me a chance, took me off the streets, granted me the chance to represent the batch, and I think I did well by winning the back-to-back with Stars in my first 2 seasons. And yeah, it was being at African Stars. I learned a lot because playing with the likes of Awilo, Juja, competing with them, it's not like I wanted to do more better than them because they already experienced. I just learned from them. So yeah, I think now that I'm a free agent, I think I've learned a lot and can take the next step in my football career.
And essentially, you were used coming off the bench, which was still a super sub role. Um, you're still a young player, you're still a young football player, but now that you are a free agent, would your message to a potential team in Namibia or even outside Namibia, would that message still be that you are a super sub, or would you like to start games and influence the games from the beginning?
I think at Stars, because of competition, I couldn't start many games, but I did start. So I think going into the next chapter, I think I'll need to think more about being the starter because I've learned a lot, like I said in the start. So I'd like to start. To any team that I'm going, I'm there to compete, start for the first 11, and then give what is required from me, what I did at Stars. And coming off the bench from Stars, I had motivation because the likes of Awilo, Juja, them, they did the job already when the game started. So coming in, I just come with the energy like I'm a speedy winger, so I can give that to any team that acquires my services.
Yeah, and you just said now a speedy winger. For those of the people that don't know, you are predominantly left-footed, but you can play on both wings, both feet.
Yeah.
In one sentence, how would you describe your playing style?
Calm.
Calm,
Yeah, I'm calm.
very calm on the ball,
Yeah.
but you do use your pace, because I still say that you're one of the fastest players in the league in general. So would it be more to beat the defender and get in behind, or would you like to be calm, or is your playing style more calm and distributing amongst the midfield and building from there?
For me, I think I'm calm, but for people watching me, they say more often I use my strength, which is speed. I think I'm calm when I'm doing it. I just like running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like running. So if I have the ball and I see it, I just go forward. That's what I do best.
Not to get political here, but you are essentially a registered football player. So there are many boys and girls watching this interview and saying, I want to become a football player. I want to get into the sports of Namibia. Do you think that, we're not obviously going to get political, but do you think that there's enough support towards sport in general and football?
Like in Namibia, in Windhoek, I would say there is support here in Windhoek because everything is happening here in Windhoek. Like for me, I'm coming from Swakop, coastal town in Namibia, so they in Swakop it's a struggle because they only choose, even if the national team they are choosing a national team for the junior ranks. They usually just take 2-3 players from Erongo region or that side. So it's very difficult to get opportunities. And there are players that side that are very good that can make it into any team here in Windhoek. But then because of lack of resources, not knowing people, football is like if you know someone, you go far. So I think the ones that are outside of Windhoek, they are having a disadvantage of not knowing what's really happening here, what's the opportunities granted the side. So I would think people should invest in getting more resources all over Namibia.
Yeah, decentralizing the support and making sure all the regions get the same support as Windhoek would get. Yeah.
Support must be shared equally. That's what I think.
Coming back to African Stars and even the MTC Maris Cup and the NFA Cup, 4 trophies now that you have lifted. What was your proudest moment out of those 4 campaigns?
Like for me, I only wanted to play football. So like African Stars actually made the dream come true because at age 23 I signed, and age 24 I won my first trophy, which was the Namibian Premier League. And then the NFA Cup in the same season. This season we won the same thing, so it's back-to-back at Cups and the league title. So I think for me, the proudest moment would be when I lifted the league, because I never imagined like a boy from Mondeza signed age 23 and then winning it the same season. So it's a dream, like my career, it's a dream start for me so far. That's why I'm open to joining any team that would acquire my service or need my services. So yeah.
And that's funny. Going into the next question, which I was about to ask, are there any teams in the league or outside Namibia that you are looking at potentially joining?
Yeah, like I told you, like African Stars exposed everything. Like when I came to Windhoek, more people got to see my potential, and coaches obviously heard from players. Certain players' contracts have been expiring this month, so I'm one of those players. And like 3 teams here already in Windhoek acquired for my services, but then I'm just on holiday assessing which one to join, because like joining any team, it's not like you just sign papers and then everything. You have to join a team that has the same plans with you. Like say for instance, the goals and objectives must align. So yeah, it would take a bit for me to decide on which team to join, but then there's also teams from outside of the borders that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, hopefully before the month ends, something would eventually happen.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to get that report from you if it is a transfer that you come. Mass TV will definitely be on it.
Most definitely.
Outside of football, who is your biggest supporter? Who is your biggest supporter? Who keeps you going? Is it a family member? Is it a friend? Perhaps even still certain players in African Stars that keep you updated with things. Who's that one individual that you can say, okay, no, this person was always in my corner?
Am I allowed to mention like more than one name? Or
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay. Like for me, Gianotto has always been the mentor, the guy I look up to. Everything he does, try to copy it. Like I even read his story. He was here for 6 months and then he went from here South Africa. Like for me, I'm looking up to Gianotto, but then Gianotto is we talk, but then we don't usually talk like friends or like close people. But we do talk when I get a chance to talk to him. But I can say Awilo helped me a lot because like it's unfair. Some of the Namibian people are checking down on him because he's actually a good guy. Because he helped me. He took his Awilo and Lucky Ita. Those two, yeah. They are the ones that help me a lot because as a winger, he is a winger, so he tells me what to do often in training. He is a great leader, so I would say Awilo and Lucky Aite.
Yeah.
For sure.
And why do you think that there's a perception with Awilo? I mean, we saw the reports of him having some friction with the national team coach and in and out of the national team. Now, with the Kasafa, he actually rejoined the team. But why is there this stigma around a player that has been almost player of the season? Of course, Bakonja Chaikika took player of the season this season, but for the last 2 seasons before that, he was player of the season. So why is there this